What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. What's up, Debbie? What's up, John D? What's up, Miss Pat? Y'all come on in. What's up, Alexis? All right, we'll give him another minute, y'all. Now I get started. What's up, Cashmere? What's up, Desiree? All right. How about we begin? What's up, third son? How about we begin? Now, what's up, Cheryl Nisha? What's up, Kayla? What's up, Penny? What's up, Michelle? I watched the movie Fast Colors on Amazon Prime, and it was a pretty dope movie. It was real on the ground, real low key. One of those real good sci-fi movies. Well, really science fantasy was mainly what it was, science fantasy. But it didn't get no clout. It reminds me of what they did with what's the name of it, Ink, back in the day. It was a real good sci-fi movie, science fantasy movie, but nobody fucking touched it, right? Nobody dealt with it, right? It was real low key and didn't get the love it deserved, right? So you got this particular movie that's really going in on the melinated matriarchal bloodlines, the Sophian lineages. You see what I'm saying? It's really going in real hard. And this movie is telling the story of the rebirth and resurrection and regeneration of the Sophian lineages. You see what I'm saying? The melinated matriarchal goddesses coming back online. So let's begin. Let's talk about the story. It begins, you find out that the earth fucked up. Bo, or Bunny, is telling the story, which is the grandmother. She telling the story of what didn't happen to the world. It's been 8 years since the world it has rained, since there was water that touched the planet. And so it's been 8 years. Then crops died. not much food being produced because all that requires water and liquids and stuff like that. Cause this is a liquid plane. Everything here has water involved in it in some way. What's up, Sky? What's up, Dar? Has water involved in it in some way, right? So what goes down here is she telling the story of how it's been an 8-year drought all over the world. All over the world. Crops done died, so it ain't much food, everything, right? So the little food that they do got, little water that they do got, they jack the prices up on it, of course. You know how America get down. And nobody knows what to do to make it rain again, right? Now, we start off, Bunny tells us the story of Ruth and what she was going through. And so, as she was telling her story, or starting off telling her story, the movie flips to her escaping out of her subconscious mind, her subconscious traps. You see what I'm saying? She bursts out of this building. They don't show us what she was doing in the building or what was going on in the building, but she bursts out of it. So we know that's representation of the rise of the Sophian energies. You see what I'm saying? Because Bunny is Sophia, but Ruth is Eve, or Zoe Eve. Now, Zoe, in the Gnostic teachings, is actually quantum evolution, or the evolution of the quantum realm itself. But she also inside of Eve as well as her quantum intelligence. You see what I'm saying? It's her quantum intelligence. So, Ruth is Eve in this movie. And she finally escapes out of her subconscious, and we see her driving and her macabre. And what's happening here? She's heading back home to meet back up with Sophia, because there was an awakening in the force. There was an awakening in the force. All her life, Ruth had problems with seizures. Now, what were these seizures? The seizures represented, she was literally embodying the pole shift that was happening on the planet, because they said in the movie that she had the ability to shift the Earth's tectonic plates. So she could manipulate the energy of the Earth. That's literally what the white boy said in the movie, right? So now, speaking of that motherfucker, she comes across him in the diner because she has another one of the seizures, which causes an earthquake and a tectonic shift. So, turns out he's a government scientist. See what I'm saying? So the Archons have been after her. This is nothing new. If y'all know the story of Eve, the Gnostic Eve, not the Christian Eve, the Gnostic Eve, you know that and y'all heard my lectures, y'all know how the Archons swarmed Eve, jumped her, grabbed her, and raped her. You see what I'm saying? And raped her. And impregnated them with their archonic seed, their corrupt, toxic seed. Well, this is another rendition of this story. Eve is reincarnated again to deal with that problem so that she can ascend in this particular movie. She is reincarnated again. So she meets this cabal scientist, and this cabal scientist is trying to capture her, kidnap her, and so they can run scientific experiments on her, because they think that her abilities and her genes are the key to bringing rain back. You see what I'm saying? To making it rain again. So they she has a gun on her. She has a gun on her. She shoot that motherfucker. She should have shot that nigga in the head. I don't know why she just shot this nigga in the hand. She should have murked that nigga, if you ask me. But she shot him in the hand. So she shot him in the hand. She escaped. She ran. She ran until she pretty much got home. There's some other parts in the movie too, but we'll get to the part where she makes it home. When she get home, we already told y'all home is the mind. And now they live in a desert area. The desert, as we already know, it represents the mind. And the desert is the place where, the desert of your mind is the place where you come to figure shit out. You know, you got to come home to figure shit out, to deal with the bullshit, to deal with your bullshit, clean yourself up so you can be ready again, right? Well, this is what's going on here. This is what's happening here. So she gets home, and we get introduced to her daughter. Lila. Now, Lila is who? Noria, the Gnostic goddess of fire. Because Eve is the Gnostic goddess of the earth, and Mother Sophia is the Gnostic goddess of wisdom. You see what I'm saying? And soul. You know, the Gnostic goddess of soul, wisdom, to be precise. And soul, period. What's up, E.T.? That's what's going on here. So this is the three goddesses, the triad for the matriarch coming together. So she reunites with her family. You know, she reunites. You know, there's some tension between them because her and her mama have, you know, history. But we come to find out why they have history. It comes to find out that it's all about her controlling her abilities and not being able to control them because she don't have the same abilities as her mother. And but her mother Bo, that's her name. Her name is Bunny, but they called her Bo in the movie for short. Bo and Leela have the same ability, the same type of abilities. But Ruth has a completely different arsenal that she has. When she was a kid, she started tapping into the frequencies and energies of the earth. And this was going on here. She started tapping into the frequencies of the energies of the earth. So her mother had never seen that before, or she probably had seen that before. She actually did see it before. She had met a lady who could do it, but she never could do it, so she had never had any reason to learn from the lady how to teach anybody who in her family who would acquire, because all her family had pretty much the same abilities. You see what I'm saying? They mainly had the same abilities. So, well, the same type of ability that, you know, you could tap into. What's up, Dorothy? That you could tap into. So, her family, the family, what's going on here is she come back and because she ran off from her mother, you know, to try to stop the seizures. It was all about her abilities. The lessons, the friction wasn't coming from their emotional relationship. It was coming from her abilities and her not being able to control them. The ability, the uncontrollable abilities represents the traumas that she dealt with in the Gnostic Origin of the World story when she got raped and everything, right? By these archons, by the demiurge and everybody, right? So she's pretty much dealing with this. But also there's another reason. The other reason is Mother Earth is shifting her tectonic plates. And Ruth is the embodiment of that energy as it's happening. So she was tasked by Mother Earth to go all over the country to activate and begin to shift these tectonic plates. Matter of fact, she is a lot of the reason why it stopped raining. You see what I'm saying? Because this work had to be done. She was setting up for the pole shift. The pole shift had to happen. So when she came back home, there was another event. She needed to come back home to master her abilities. You see what I'm saying? It was about time for her to fully reconnect with the force. You see what I'm saying? Now, what were the abilities that the mother and the daughter had? They had the ability to disintegrate matter, recreate matter, and reorganize matter back to the way it was. You see what I'm saying? So that's the God principle. Generate, operate, and destruction. You see what I'm saying? That's the God principle that you've seen. Destruction was the disintegration process. Generation was the recreation process. And organization was them re-putting, or organizational operation is them re-putting the object back to the way, reorganizing the atoms back to their original format as they agreed to be. Say, for example, a bowl or you know, or a car or door or whatever, you know, it is. Now, there's a particular after effect that the colors happens when they use their abilities. They begin to see colors, and the colors represents, of course, the chakras. You know, it's the chakra colors, the rainbow energy, the return of the rainbow warriors and the rainbow warriors. You see what I'm saying? So, and it's also the 7 rays of light. You know, the 7 rays of light, which are the manifestation of the chakra frequencies. You see what I'm saying? Inside you. So the rainbow is actually a manifestation of the rainbow chakras living inside of you. And of course, your rainbow body is your chakra system. Once you a free chakra system from these archons, once you've had your Kundalini awakening and fully come out of their matrix. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. So next, what goes down is Lila starts to learn the history of the family little by little as Ruth comes back home, because a special ability of Eve is she has the ability to make she was the missing link. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody was pretty much doing their own thing. Everybody was asleep. Everybody was shut down. It wasn't until Ruth came back to town that everybody started getting reactivated, reawoken. She was the awakener in this movie. Everybody started coming back online and doing what they supposed to do and started fulfilling their agendas and according to the Force. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Portia? So now, let us continue here. So she comes back home. She meets her daughter. They have a rough experience. She has another seizure or quake, which quaked the earth, moved the poles, shifted the tectonic plates again. Next, what goes down is slowly but surely she begins to reconnect with her abilities. And she began to reconnect with her abilities not through memory or anything, but through the motherly love program. You see what I'm saying? It was her daughter's it was the reconnection with her daughter, her empathy, that she awoken with her heart chakra. You see her carrying a green bag or being in a green bed and everything. That shows you the heart chakra. She had to master her heart. She had to filter out her traumas and everything, right? So when she was dealing with her traumas and everything, and she reconnected with her daughter for the first time, she dropped her daughter off when she was a baby. Her daughter got to be like 10 or 12, somewhere up in there. See what I'm saying? Anywhere from 10 to 12 years old. I know that for a fact. She was gone for a minute. So she was gone for at least a decade. I know. Because her daughter, they never said how old she was, but she was around here fixing cars and fucking record players and shit. So I'm quite sure she was in anywhere from the 8 to 12 range. I know that for a fact. You see what I'm saying? So now, let us continue here. Let us continue. So we seeing this event or whatever. What's up, Zen Mama? What's up, Duchess? So we seeing this event. What's up, Tyrone? What's up, Gene? We seeing this thing go down here, and the pieces of the puzzle begin to move. Meanwhile, these archons are tracking Ruth at this point. So she goes back home. While Ruth was at home, she begins to practice her abilities again, and she begins to tap back in, and she begins to get stronger, right? So these archons looking for her heavily now, because they want her energy, so they can re-jump start their program, right? Because at the beginning of the movie, what they both said, she said, "The earth is dying. I can feel it." You see what I'm saying? The earth is dying. I can feel it. You can see this shifting from the old Piscean age to the new Aquarian age. You see this happening before your eyes. You see what I'm saying? So she telling you that the Piscean age is over with, and she gonna go on later on to say that the new earth is coming. The new age is coming. She literally said this in the movie. That's literally her statements. So, but before that, her daughter Eve has to heal herself. So she practicing her abilities. She getting stronger. She meditating. She tapping back in slowly but surely. And come to find out, as time goes on, of course, these archons eventually catch up with her. And enters the father, Dean. He comes into the picture. He's a sheriff, and he became a sheriff to protect his family. Whatever, right? Like a good father would. And he tells that these motherfuckers after you, Ruth. They basically after you. And so she has to leave abruptly. So she leaves, and while she's in the desert, literally by herself, she begins to have another seizure. So she falls down. And she deals with her trauma. Her trauma was she had an uncontrollable seizure when she was younger. When Lila was a baby, and when she had this seizure, Lila almost drowned because the pipes burst in her house, and it began to fill up the building, and her baby almost drowned due to that. See what I'm saying? Her baby almost drowned due to that. So she survived, and after that, she finally forgave herself after seeing her daughter's face for the first time, or accepting her, actually finishing the vision and dealing with the trauma head on. Once she did that, she actually learned to control the seizures. She took control of her motherly Gaian energy, her Gaian program inside of her finally. And now, once she took control of it, she got up and she could actually see the colors now. And she seen that the colors actually affected the sky. And she realized that she was the one who could tear apart the sky, or in other words, manipulate the energies of the atmosphere to make it rain, which she go on to do in the movie. You see what I'm saying? She goes on to make it rain in the movie. You see what I'm saying? And cause when she go back home, she finds out that they kidnapped her daughter. And she meets back up with Bo, and they all go to the police station to get her, save her from these archons, right? And she makes it rain, and then once she makes it rain, that's when Bo shows out and literally disintegrates all the motherfuckers' guns. I like, respect, finally. Niggas thought they weapons meant something until that's one thing I really want to try to pay attention to. When you have your abilities, these niggas punk ass weapons mean nothing. And they found that out the hard way. They was like, what's happening? What's happening? Because their false sense of power was taken away from them suddenly. And then she disintegrates the door that Lila was locked in. Because remember, Lila is the Gnostic goddess of fire and light. That's what, it was the light of her daughter. There was the light of Ruth's daughter that reactivated her. It was the light of her. It was her light that brought upon, because she was trying to fight the archons just like she did in her past life. She was trying to fight them. It's no real. But she just wasn't strong enough or trained enough in her abilities yet to defeat them yet, because she's still young. But her mother and her grandmother, when they fully tapped into their shit, she really seen how powerful they was. So she disintegrated the door of the cage or the cell that she was in, and she disintegrated the door of the police station and freed her granddaughter. Oh yeah, Bo a bad motherfucker in this movie. And once she freed them, she gives her mother the message. She gives Lita the message, and Lita take the message to Ruth, and they both leave. And the motherfucking archons could do nothing but look at her. So yeah, cause she was like, her biggest fear was she been in hiding so long. This was Bo's biggest fear was, they just filtering out their heart chakras. She been in hiding so fucking long that when she finally go and do something, when it's time to act, she was afraid. She wasn't even afraid that she couldn't stop him. She was afraid that she could. She was afraid to use her power in a warlike manner. You see what I'm saying? Because she had been in hiding so long, so that kind of pacified her to a certain degree. But when they stole her daughter, she was like, fuck that. I'm going to go get her granddaughter, my bad. I'm going to go get my granddaughter. She got her granddaughter. She returned her back to Ruth, and they dipped and left, right? And we already know where they was heading. They was heading to Rome. They conquered the West, because there's always a journey to the West. You see what I'm saying? Once you master your ability, then she did what? She headed to the East, which was Rome, because Simona, the girl who Bo taught Ruth when she was a kid, she taught her that she was real. She told her she was an imaginary being, but she told her the stories of what she could do. And that was the one that could tear open the sky and manipulate the atmosphere as well. So she went, but she told her she went real. So she told her that she was actually real, and she left for a message. There are others. Find them and go and tear apart the sky. In other words, go and build the Starseed resistance against this archonic matrix. So this is what you got going on. And Bo, she goes into the fucking police station like the G and restores the door. And them archons is like, oh fucking shit. Oh fucking shit. Oh yeah, we dealing with monsters. We dealing with monsters here. And interesting enough, they had a book, which I call a book of Sophian lineages, with all the women in the family. They had the abilities, cause they gave birth to nothing but women, you know, nothing but the matriarchal energies. And these 3 women, and they literally said in the book, we all doing the same thing. Now y'all said in the movie, we all doing the same thing over and over again, just hoping for someone to come along and get it right. And finally, the daughter, who was the one who was fighting, was the one who triggered that program for them to finally break out of those time loops. She was the one who set in motion those breakouts of the time loops so they could get up out of that shit. You see what I'm saying? The daughter, no real, you know. So they finally broke that time loop and finally freed themselves from their mental and physical and spiritual and emotional and soulful prisons that they was in, and now they was able to finally go somewhere else and do something new. You know, the children. So this is what you got going on here. So they head to Rome to meet up with Simona and build the Starseed resistance. Interesting enough, where's Rome? We ain't talking about they was in America, which is already Rome. So they going to the Rome in the East. You see what I'm saying? Europe, which is still Rome. See what I'm saying? Europe is the eastern branch of Rome, and America is the western branch of Rome. The United Kingdom, you know, you got different branches of the Roman societies. You see what I'm saying? The Roman society. So they went to Eastern Rome after they conquered Western Rome. Cause them archons, they know what to do with them motherfuckers once they start showcasing their abilities and disintegrate they property. Shit, they weapons. Nigga, your weapons don't mean nothing around here. This was mostly happening in the astral plane. Why was it happening in the astral plane? You didn't really see any regular people. You see what I'm saying? You didn't really see any regular people like that. You know, hell, these motherfuckers, you mean to tell me it ain't rained in 8 years and they finally make it rain and nobody come outside to see what's going on? But the archons and the Sophian lineage, so it's always been this war between the archons, the demiurge and his seed versus Sophia and her lineage. You see what I'm saying? The Sophian lineage versus the demiurgic lineage. See what I'm saying? There's always been a war between them. And you see they capture this perfectly in this particular movie. You see what I'm saying? This particular movie. So so this is what you got going on here. So this is a very powerful movie in this sense. You know, it's a lot happening here. It's the birth and resurrection of the Sophian lineages, and they're tasked with rebuilding the Starseed resistance. You see what I'm saying? The Starseed resistance, or the order of Starseeds as we know ourselves now. You know, the Starseed resistance is already built now. But yeah, they were just telling this story. And this movie came out like April last year. So I never heard of the movie till I came across it on Facebook sometime this week. And I watched it twice already because it had so many codes in it. But yeah, that's basically what the story about. It's the only movie that focuses mainly on melanated women on this level and about them getting their superpowers. You know, you got movies with melanated women with their superpowers, but you ain't got no movies where it's all about them. The story is centered and focused around the melanated woman and her getting her superpowers back. You didn't just have one, you had a whole family of them getting their powers back. You see what I'm saying? You had a whole family of them with their powers using it in multiple different ways. See what I'm saying? So this you got going on here. So, yeah, that's what this story was about. You know, fast colors. What does fast colors mean? It means the rays of light moving at the speed of light and beyond. That's basically what it means. You know, your chakras, when they fat and balanced, and goddamn you a Kundalini awakening, and did your shadow work and filtered out your heart chakra and everything. You fully upgrade to your rainbow body, and you're able to do seemingly miraculous things like these ladies in the movies. So yeah, for all my melanated sisters out there, I advise you to go check out Fast Colors, because it's all about you and your resurrection. Like, the whole story is about you and your resurrection and your regeneration. So yeah, it's all about you. It's all about your healing. It's all about your struggle, which I went through in this American society during this Piscean age. And it's all about how y'all came back and fought to finish up this cosmic war. You see what I'm saying? Between the Sophian lineage and the Archonic lineage. You see what I'm saying? The Order of Archons. So when y'all go off to finally build the Starseed Resistance. You see what I'm saying? Mustafa is on Amazon Prime, and it's free. It's a free movie. It's an Amazon original. So yeah. Didn't get no love at all. You know, didn't get no love. Most people don't even know about it. You know, but it's probably the baddest melanated woman movie that's been made since I've been alive, anyway. You know, since I've been alive. And I done watched hundreds of movies. Maybe thousands at this point in my life. So yeah. So I know it's on Amazon Prime. Tiana says it's on Netflix as well. Yeah. That's the only movie that I could think of off the top of my head where is mainly centered on the melanated woman. Now, there's other movies with the melanated woman using her abilities, but it's the first family of women that I've seen. They all melanated women doing their thing, you know, and it ain't really no fucking interference going on from the outer establishments. You see what I'm saying? The Archonic establishment. So that's the only movie I know where it's just strictly centered on the melanated woman and her working to heal herself and get her power back off the top of my head. Even though you do have other movies with the melanated woman as main character and her doing things, but it's usually for the establishment most of the time. You see what I'm saying? It's usually for the establishment, you know. They helping to keep this planet operational. Whereas in this movie here, it was a pure story because they didn't give a damn about the planet as is. They cared about ushering in the new earth and the golden new age, the golden crystal age to come. And that's what really matters. So that's what really fucking matters. So, yeah. So, yeah. Check it out. Let's check it out. You know, we've already seen multiple movies with the melanated man. Project Power, Equalizer, Man with the Iron Fist, the Django. The list goes on. But you rarely get movies with the melanated woman coming to her power. Or if they do get her power, there's always some feminist shit going on. It's not a pure movie like this. Like, they just working through their shit to level up and move on to the next level. Nah, they always when dealing with the woman, they always bring in that feminine shit to distort the rise of the divine and dark feminine. You see what I'm saying? You don't even need feminism. Feminism is a political agenda. You don't need nothing that fucking, you don't need no feminism, no misogynism. You don't need no social justice warrior, no LGBT. You don't need none of that shit. All you need to do is get back to self. There was a wise fucking poet or CEO, whatever the fuck he was. He said, the true revolution has nothing to do with going out in war or political agendas or fighting for political power or none of that shit. It has to do with the last war will not even be fought in the streets. It will be digital, and it will be all about getting back to self, the true self. that they basically said that. I forget which part said that, and I'm actually paraphrasing. But the true war is the war of self at this point. You see what I'm saying? So you don't even need none of those political agendas no more. You can throw all that shit in the trash can now. All that shit is bullshit. Everyone on this out there, Me Too, men go their own way. All that shit is trash. Trash it all. Throw it all away. Because it's political bullshit, social sorcery to keep you distracted from self. You see what I'm saying? To keep you distracted from self. That's all that matters at this point. That's the only true revolution there is. The revolution of self. The knowledge of self. The applications of self. That's it. Regaining your superpowers, and anybody who telling you that your superpowers is a lie, that nigga, never listen to that nigga or that nigga ever again. Them motherfuckers tell you ain't no such thing as superpowers, or they ain't working to tell you to get your superpowers back, or showing you applications, or trying to give you the knowledge to get that superpower back, or work on your magical self-defense. Fuck them. Throw their ass away. Throw their ass in the trash. It's game time. You got 9 days left till this shit is over with. So yeah, do what you need to do. So yeah. You gotta do this. You gotta do this. You gotta get back to self. Meditation, chakra work, shadow work, kundalini work, all that. All that must be done. It's a war of self. The Star Wars is, like I said, it's happening in your subconscious and unconscious mind. So free yourself from the bullshit. All we doing is helping you gain the knowledge you need faster to fight the war that's going on inside of you. You see what I'm saying? In the force. You see what I'm saying? That's why there was no physical people around. This didn't happen on the physical plane. This happened on the astral plane. Because it was a war of self. The Star Wars was taking place within. So they all had to go within. The Ruth had to go within. Bo had to go within. Leela had to go within to tap into their abilities fully. So it's all about magic. It's all about meditation. It's all about spiritual work, soul work, shadow work. See what I'm saying? It's all about the force. It's all about soul. Soulology. You see what I'm saying? It's all about that. None of that revolutionary shit. You did that already. The Black Panther Party, it ain't gonna never be nobody as bad as the Black Panther Party ever. It ain't gonna never be nobody as bad as the original Nation of Islam ever. It ain't gonna be no more of that. All that shit is over with. You already did that. Your predecessors did that for you, so you won't have to do it now. It's all about the revolution of self. You see what I'm saying? Star Wars just means Soul Wars. Soul Wars is happening where? Inside you, in your subconscious mind and emotional bodies. See what I'm saying? Inception was probably one of the baddest movies because they showed you the war that's going on in your subconscious mind. And they showed you where all the power was. All the power was where? In your unconscious mind. Your primal mind, your original mind. You see what I'm saying? And it's up to you to pull out all the information in your unconscious mind. It's up to you to go within your unconscious mind. What is the unconscious mind? The unconscious mind is your original primordial mind that hasn't been tainted by society, none whatsoever. Your soul is connected to your unconscious mind first because it's your raw primal power. You see what I'm saying? And wisdom. All your primal wisdom and power is in your unconscious mind. That's what they showed you in Inception. In Inception, what? They went into their unconscious mind and built cities. You see what I'm saying? Built kingdoms and queendoms around this bitch. You see what I'm saying? Because they were no longer chained to their humanity. They was done with the conscious mind. They had mastered their subconscious mind, which is your auto mind. You see what I'm saying? Your Autobots and Decepticons. Warring with these genetically modified organisms inside of you. You see what I'm saying? So then you got the unconscious mind, which is your pure, true mind. And of course, you got the superconscious mind. The superconscious is a manifestation of the unconscious because the more you tap into your unconscious, pull it out, work with it consciously, and master it to the best of your abilities, it then gets logged into your superconscious mind, which is your mastermind. You see what I'm saying? Your mastermind. That's what's going on here. So this is all about the resurrection of the Sophian lineages. The matriarchal lineages. You see what I'm saying? The melinated matriarch is coming back online. That's what this whole movie Fast Colors was about. So why haven't you heard about this? Because there's an attack on the black woman or the melanated woman. There's an attack on y'all the most because this is y'all system. This is y'all planet. And like I said, on the real earth, y'all are running this. You see what I'm saying? The melanated goddesses are running this. And the gods are y'all protectors as y'all do y'all work, as y'all create, as y'all grow, as y'all transform. We just making sure y'all do what y'all do best. We came to anti-earth incarnated down here on anti-earth, this perversion of the real earth to help y'all while we in this fucked up ass Piscean cycle, this corruption. And we came down here to master as many different abilities and gain as much knowledge as possible during this new age. So we never have to come back and do this shit again. The objective is, when I say do this shit again, I'm not talking about reincarnated on Earth ever again. No, I'm talking about you don't have to come back to this timeline ever again and do shit else. You see what I'm saying? You happy with your story? You happy with your ending? You feel like deep within you did your work? You did your work to the best of your abilities, and you satisfied with your results. You see what I'm saying? You got an A on your test. You got 91%. Yeah, you missed 9%, but fuck it. I'm good with that 91. I'm good with that A around here. That's what it's about. That's what it's about right there. That's the magic in this movie. That's the magic of the feminine energy down here. The feminine energy protects you down here because the true earth, which is where we're at right now, we just travel back to the past. You see what I'm saying? We just travel back to the past. We are actually in the future on a new earth meditating as we experience this reality in a deep meditation or a deep sleep. You see what I'm saying? Dreaming as we come back to this dimension, like Hippolyta. We're going to talk about that later. Hippolyta, she had to come back and finish up her different lives and learn what she need to learn in those different lives so she can move the fuck on. Well, that's what we doing. In these different lives, during this down cycle, we came back to learn what we need to learn so we can move the fuck on. See what I'm saying? If you did what you're supposed to do in this life, and all your other lives that you incarnated in this cycle, this down cycle, you never have to worry about this shit ever again. That's the reward. That's the treasure of heaven that we're trying to bestow upon you. Never having to do this bullshit ever again is the greatest reward, because you will come back and you will get sick of doing this shit over and over again after a while. You see what I'm saying? You will get tired of coming back to this motherfucker over and over again. You may enjoy it the first 3 or 4 times, but that 5th and 6th time, you're gonna be like, alright, I'm done clubbing. Yeah, you know, a lot of us didn't even want to club when we came back to this motherfucker. We had did it already in the previous timelines. We didn't even want to club. We didn't even want to do none of that shit. We just want to come back, get our knowledge, chill out, learn what we need to learn so we can move the fuck on. You see what I'm saying? That's all we wanted to do. What's up, Will? What's up, Shirok? That's all we wanted to do. We just wanted to move the fuck on. And so, that's what we did. And now we just wait on our graduation. You see what is the Great Convergence? It's your graduation day. You see what I'm saying? It's graduation day, literally. For us, it's Judgment Day, but Judgment Day is just a cool way of saying graduation day. No lie, no bullshit. You see what I'm saying? It's just a cool way of saying graduation day. Most of y'all got your dreams already, or your meditative visions of you graduating, or you getting ready to graduate. These last 9 days or this last 90-day period is just you preparing for your graduation. What happened when you was in high school? Huh? That last month, them last 2 or 3 months, they put it on you, didn't they? They kicked your ass for the last 2 or 3 months. Up until that last week where you was finally able to relax and just prepare for your graduation. Until the day of, when you finally graduated and moved on and we celebrated. So that's what it really is. So you either gonna graduate or you gonna be held back. That's as simple as that. I can't put it no simpler than that. Your ass need to go graduate because you did your work, or you'll be held back because you ain't getting no credits. You see what I'm saying? What is credits? We already know credits in school was all the points you needed to move on to the next school, to the next level. See what I'm saying? To the next grade, right? Well, this is the same shit. That's the same program that we're dealing with on a cosmic level. You got all the credits you need, finally, and so now you got all the points. You passed your exit exams, all that shit there. Now you ready to fucking go. Now you ready to get the fuck up out of here. Checkmate, goddammit, checkmate. Give me my goddamn graduation medallion. Give me my graduation gown and cap. Give me my graduation ring around here. My clothes and everything. Give me my fucking my vacation. You know, cause they tell you gonna have a vacation as well. For 1,000 years, right? So you get your vacation trip as well. It's the same fucking program, just on a cosmic level. That's it. That's what that fast color energy is preparing you for right now with the melanated energy, especially for you ladies. That's why they kicked y'all ass down. That's why you got 20-some seasons of fucking love and hip hop. That's why there's a love and hip hop on every region in every region of the country. You see what I'm saying? Who the fuck does that? Who creates 3 different versions of the same shit? One in the north, Philadelphia or New York. One in the south, Atlanta. One in the east, I mean in the west, goddamn Los Angeles. Who the fuck does that? They created 3 different programs of the same fucking show. To let you know how hard they working to keep your mind fucked up down here and your heart fucked up down here. That's what it's always been about. It's them keeping you suppressed, no press, versus us working to free you and liberate you from this bullshit. So there you go. That's what fast colors really is. Fast colors, fast frequencies, fast vibrations, fast rhythms and harmonies. Which is what happens when you begin to ascend. Your vibration becomes what? Faster. Your frequencies become what? Faster. You begin to do what? Vibrate faster. That's why it's called fast colors. You see what I'm saying? That's a true secret to this movie. She started to vibrate once she healed her heart chakra and came out that shit. She ascended. The throat was what? Blue. The throat chakra. Shit. Then she seen her abilities. Third eye. She got her daughter back, which is what she always dreamed of. Crown chakra. She a master of her abilities. That's what the whole story about with Ruth. You see what I'm saying? The grandma did her job. She was in her 70s. She was tired. She told him what the fuck it was. We coming back, niggas. And we dare you to try to stop us from coming back. And if you try to stop you from coming back, we gonna say, no, y'all back to the fucking primordial. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna say, now y'all asses back to the primordial. Boom, boom, bang, bang, dead, gone. Dead to rights around here. You see what I'm saying? So this you got going on. This you got going on. So that's what fast colors was about. Ascension. You know, to keep it simple, ascension. The rapture. The resurrection. The regeneration. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? The reactivation, the coming back online of the Sophian melanated energies, and by extension, the melanated God energies. You see what I'm saying? Because once the goddess activate, then the God activate. They play with these things all the time. When the God activate, then the goddess receive their energy, or the goddess activate and the god will receive their energy. You see what I'm saying? Well, in this case, it was the goddess. The goddess reactivated. So what? The gods gonna receive their energy now. You see what I'm saying? They playing with these poles, the yin and yang. See what I'm saying? So the yin and yang, like a motherfucker. That's what's going on here. So that's what fast colors is. Ascension. Vibrating high, vibrating fast, moving at the speed of light and beyond, or to infinity and beyond, as Buzz Lightyear once said. So there y'all go. There y'all go. That pretty much wraps it up. I think I hit everything for the movie, or enough for y'all to go and watch it and get the knowledge and codes y'all need up out of it. So yeah. And there y'all go. Any questions? Take a few before I get up out of here. Any questions? The movie name is Fast Colors, Yaffa. Any questions? Well, y'all don't have no questions. I'm Marvin Jones. Put the word out. Let them know where it is. Y'all want the 100-second needle names? Hit me up. Throw in the 50 names of Mardu for $20. Y'all want to check out my other lectures? Also hit me up at the Melinated Order. And if y'all want to donate, y'all Cashapp me at mcjnetwork. And I'm out. Peace.